Not in focus. Okay.
Happy UFO day, right?
Happy UFO day.
Happy UFO day. Why are you making all these boys jealous with my cooking?
Baby, we're live.
Oh, shit.
With my what?
With your cooking.
This is my cooking.
Cooking. Like, come on.
Hello everybody. I hate hearing myself. It's honestly like a rare day when I listen to my videos of myself, because Jesus. Okay, maybe I should. All right, hello everybody. Let me update the description box real quick for y'all. I know for a fact that I have 5 slots left for tonight. I'm gonna put really quickly everyone who is in the pre-booking list. I was supposed to go live yesterday, but I was having an emotional meltdown because, you know, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Capricorn. Might as well be Scorpio, I don't know. So that didn't happen, but we are live today. I'm updating the description box. I have 5 slots left. I can't see the chat, so if you have any questions right now, Paulus, my man, will answer them for you. Okay, let me finish this. And then if you hear some weird background noise, Jackson has a bone, and he's really determined to finish it in one sitting, apparently. And if you've ever met Neurotic, it's my dog. He is a Virgo Scorpio moon, so neurotic to say the least. Once he gets his mind set on something, it has to be finished. And apparently he thinks this whole bone should be eaten like right now. And it's funny because I had a pug, well my parents still have our pug, his name's Milo, and he's a Leo. He was a Leo sun, Leo moon, very crazy guy. And he was different. He would save the bone for like a rainy day. He'd like come back and revisit it, the whole thing. So it's just really funny. All right. So hi Lisa, all the information I have just updated the description box. So if you want to book, all the information is there. You can sort of pick whatever package you guys want to use for tonight's live, all that great stuff. And then once I am, hi Costanza, yes I am. Once I'm booked for tonight, I have 5 slots left. I'm gonna start a pre-booking list for Saturday, which is gonna be the 26th. So at least like literally, what was it, like 5 people pre-booked from the last live. But we still have 5 slots left for tonight, so you guys don't have to do that just yet. It is a full moon in Capricorn. We are in a post-Mercury retrograde shadow phase. I hope everyone is surviving. I'm gonna do a tiny little deck pool. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I am curious. I do kind of want to see what the energy is like. So before I pull from the Moonology, I am gonna pull from the angel number deck. All right, so what angel number do we have for you guys? We have number 16. I am perceptive, and 000, which is all about starting new, starting fresh. So number 16, you have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings, a wisdom seeker, and your angels ask you to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. I am perceptive. Okay, so some of you are being pushed right now to really debut your own spiritual gifts. I definitely think anyone who is here, anyone who's on this live right now, anyone who's watching my videos is equipped with their own sort of empathic abilities, their own spiritual abilities, but it's just the difference between someone who wants to, you know, debut it and someone who just uses it for the benefit of themselves and their journey. But for some of you, wink, wink, Shanice, you should be using your spiritual abilities, so that definitely is a message for you. We have 000, I am a creator, you're one with the creator, and we're... Okay, Jack, I don't know about all that. I really don't. It's like a lot for me. Thank you. I'm sorry, baby. Maybe, is this fox in here? You'll figure it out. Okay, sorry. That was a lot of background noise. You are one with Creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on Earth. I am Creator. I love that. You are not attached, Shanice. Believe in the impossible. Blue Moon. So that's a really interesting card to come out, because with this Capricorn energy, there's definitely a lot of repressed feelings, I would say, the least, coming out, definitely about the past as well. And there is sort of like a limiting belief system within ourselves that I feel like is being triggered. That's me personally, and for me personally, I think it's in regards to like abundance. Like with this Capricorn moon, I'm like, oh shit, I should get my credit score up. Like I'm just like thinking about all sorts of weirdo shit that like makes me feel kind of unstable. And so to allow the energy of infinity, to allow the energy of Creator, to believe in the impossible is sort of like an opposite energy as to like what's going on right now. And I think it's a really beautiful affirmation. So to have this card come out is really, you know, encouraging. So believe in the impossible. And then we have full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. So yeah, you guys might have some questions about some manifestations that you guys are waiting for, and you're like, where are they? And Spirit is like, they are coming. Okay, we have surrender to the divine. Hi Alyssa, how are you? Oh my god, that freaking view. So Alyssa posted this video the other day from a hotel room in Canada. It was in Canada, right? And it was like the Niagara Falls. And it literally, like, at least from my perspective, looks like just a giant hole, like, in the universe. It just was so freaking cool. Okay, we have surrender to the divine. So full moon, yes, hello, hi, we're here. We're definitely deep in this energy right now. How do we surrender to the divine? How do we go with the flow? How do we stay in the present moment? How do we not let the past or the future rule us? All that good stuff. A fiery climax approaches. Oh, do tell more. And then notice how we have full moon, and full moon. So there is definitely like chaotic full moon energy here. We have disseminating moon. And waxing crescent moon. Okay, so I like that, aside from the waxing crescent moon, with the blue moon and disseminating moon, you know, basically everything is saying that we are feeling definite energies of the full moon with that sun in Cancer as well. It can be very, very difficult. But I feel like, all right, Costanza, I got you. You are number 8. I feel like it's really hard to sort through like our own projections and fears and like wounds versus like what is the reality of our reality, if that makes sense. And so these really beautiful moonology messages are coming out about just like breathing and surrendering and just trying to have that faith, understanding that like maybe the answers are not here right now, but they will be. Have faith in your dreams. Obviously this is all so much easier said than done, which is why I'm going to call these affirmations, because these are things that I think you're going to have to like repeat to yourself a couple times today and the next day and stuff while the energy is really intense. But just remember that you are the creator of your reality and you're very perceptive. You know, you need to trust yourself a little more, trust your gut, and, you know, try and connect to the divine one-on-one so that you can really discern the messages that are being sent to you. So beautiful. All right, so this is gorgeous. I love this. I'm going to get into the readings. We have 8 people booked so far. I have 4 slots left for tonight. If you want to book, all that information's in the description box below. Paulus, my man, will help you get booked in. And then if you guys book after we close the live, I'm putting you on a pre-booking list for this Saturday, the 26th. So let's get into it. We're going to start with Jennifer, who got an 18 plus and channeled messages. And she basically wants to know, what is the reason for this connection? Which is a really great question. All right, Shanice, I got you. You are number 9. So we are closing on in, you guys. We have 3 more spots for tonight's live. After the 3rd spot is booked, we are going to close the live, and the pre-booking list is open for Saturday the 26th. About 5 people on this list pre-booked from the previous live. So definitely secure your spot if you're unable to make it on this live. Okay, so Jennifer, what is the reason for this connection? What is the reason for this connection? You've gone 18 plus and channeled messages. Whoa, there's a lot of energy, like I will say that. And part of it is due to my awful shuffling skills. Okay, so is this in reverse? We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. We have the 5 of Swords in reverse. We have the 4 of Pentacles in the upright. We have the 9 of Pentacles. What is the purpose of, what is the reason for this connection? We have the 8 of Pentacles. What is the reason for this connection? Ace of Wands in reverse. I mean, it definitely seems like on the surface that it's supposed to be purposely triggering. There could be an element of mirroring going on in this connection, whereas this person is supposed to teach you things about what you're not necessarily vibing with or wanting in a connection with someone. It definitely seems like you are building a lot of strength just by being in this connection, and I feel like I just feel like it's teaching you a lot about your own sort of like boundaries and where you're willing to go, where you're willing to not go, and then who you are by yourself, like who you are singular from this person, meaning you're the Empress on the bottom of the deck, meaning, you know, what is your value and what is your worth. And okay, I got you. You are number 10. Remind me what name you are under. Mark, right? So it's just teaching you a lot about like your self-worth, because I do feel like this person is not giving you 100%. I do feel like they are kind of neither here nor there. It seems like you both are really busy and you're not even necessarily in a energy right now to like be committed to each other, but it just seems like there's like a lot of feelings here, and it just seems kind of like overwhelming and messy. And I feel like you personally are very abundant and you're very like spiritual and sure of yourself, and I think that like apart from this person you do really well. Like you're on your healing, you're on your affirmations, like you're doing the damn thing, you're very divinely guided, and your spirit guides want the best for you and they're sending you blessings and abundance your way. But then it's like when you come together with this person, it's like everything hits the fan, like just literally shit hits the fan. And I feel like it's because this person, you know, not only triggers you, but it takes you off your path to remind you just how bomb you are by yourself, or at least without this person, like just how much you fucking deserve and just how much you're capable of doing on your own. And it's like, if you can give yourself something, like you don't need someone to give you the exact same replica of that, if not less. You know, if you want to like partner up with someone, they should be giving you like a lot more than what you can even give to yourself. And I just feel like there should be a lot more reciprocity involved. So what was the reason for this connection? I feel like it was to teach you about your boundaries and what you're willing to settle with, what you're willing to not settle with, and just also your own personal strength, like what you're able to do and accomplish on your own. You're also really quite gorgeous and very abundant and very attracting, and I feel like it also kind of puts you in your like your hot girl energy, where you're like, man, fuck you, like I can do this, I can do that, and it just kind of made you feel like really good about yourself afterwards, or at least like in spite of. We have trust. So Spirit is saying trust that there's better things, you know, coming your way. Let go of control issues and the timing of all that. We have reconciliation. I mean, there might be a reconciliation with this person. It could also be like a spiritual thing in that your soulmate is coming towards you. But if you were wanting a reconciliation with this person, then, you know, that's something you're consciously manifesting. That's definitely a possibility as well. We have freedom and okay, so freedom says there is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So, you know, whatever path you want to take, it is actually very clear. And then close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So yeah, it's basically spirit reminding you, like, listen, like, you can get whatever you want out of the situation. You can achieve happiness and parity and all that great stuff, but it's just like up to you. And the path is very clear. Just make your mind up about what direction you want to go on, and like, we'll support you, all that great stuff. All right, so let's do your channeled messages. What would your person say to you? Okay, so Alyssa, I got you. You are number 11. And then I'm sorry, Lisa, I'm not offering private readings. I'm only doing live streams right now. If you don't get booked in for this live, I can definitely pre-book you in for the Saturday list, and you'll probably be number 1 at that point. But basically, Paulus, my man, will try to walk you through it in the chat. He'll tell you how to get booked in and stuff. But I try to limit 2 questions per person, and I know that like with private readings, it can be like as big as like, you know, 8 questions, 10 questions, and we don't do that on the live stream. But if you join my Patreon, there is a definite tier where I do private readings and I deliver it to you privately once per month, so that's also an option. Okay, so channel messages from your person, Jennifer. What would they say to you at this point? We have the Chariot, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. Justice. All right, Larissa, I got you. So we are closed for tonight's live. I am going to put everyone on a pre-booking list for Saturday who books after this. I'm going to actually update, sorry Jennifer, I'm like interrupting your reading, but I'm going to update the title so that people know. And then I'm also updating the description box with your names, and so you know what order you are in, and you can refer to that for everyone who just booked. Okay. So we have Justice so far, the Star. What would this person say to you? I really wanted to rush towards you, and I really wanted to do things the right way, and you cut me off, and I felt like I didn't have a chance to really express to you what I wanted from you, and I almost feel like really rejected by you, but it kind of is in my right to feel that way, because you're absolutely a stunner and you're a queen, and I don't even know how I would have justified being with you, because I just really don't deserve you, and I didn't give you what you needed and what you truly deserve, because you know you are a queen. And I just want you to know that in the time that we did spend together, like, you're really special to me, and you are really unique, and you were so different than any other girl I had ever met in my life, and you gave me a lot of confidence. Like, you made me think differently than how I used to, and when you walked away from me, it was one of the saddest things that I ever went through, and I honestly wasn't expecting to be so sad, but I was, because it was like you were this light in my life, and then suddenly you just weren't there. And now I see you just killing it. You have a shit ton of options, probably people in your DMs all the time wanting to be with you, wanting to see you and fuck with you and all that, and I just kind of feel like I really broke my own heart, you know? Like, I know that you didn't do anything wrong, I know that you were super patient, but it's like I had such deep feelings for you without even realizing that that's what those were, that I had deep feelings, and I broke my own heart. And if I ever have the opportunity again, I would love to like offer you love and give you that love that you deserve, but I just don't see that opportunity coming. I just feel like I'm blocked. am not allowed to come towards you, or you're just not interested. And all the things that I kind of fantasized about in my head, they're just like a lost cause. Like they just stay in my head. They just stay as fantasies. And I see you as just like someone who is so deserving. You're out here like with your friends, you're on Instagram, you're doing all these things, and I'm just like kind of jealous that everyone is giving you all this affection and attention that I had for a little while, and I kind of fucked it up. So, you know, someday maybe we will talk again and I'll be mature enough to like admit this, but for now I'm just kind of creeping up on you, and I see you, and I hope that you're doing well. All right, Jennifer, gorgeous. So that was your channel messages from your person. Thank you so much for joining the live. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your patience. I'm going to be moving on to the next person, which is Elizabeth.
Okay, are we all full?
Yeah.
Okay, full.
All right, so Elizabeth, you got a regular deck pool. And you want to know if the person that you have feelings for does have feelings for you, and why did he ghost you since we are only friends now? Okay, so if the person that you have feelings for, are those feelings reciprocated, and if so, why did he ghost you since we're only friends now? We have the Three of Swords. We have the Page of Swords. Sorry guys, I'm not looking at the chat too much right now. Hi Elizabeth. So Paul is not just a random dude with a weird six-pack icon photo. He's my man, so he will answer any questions you have. He's sitting right next to me. So feel free to ask him anything. He's basically gonna help me out here while I focus in on the readings. Okay, we have, what is this? The Hermit in reverse. All right, really intense energy, honestly, so far. Four of Swords. I definitely feel a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. I don't think this person thought that they were gonna ghost you. I think that like a lot of time went by and then they kind of like fucked up, if that makes sense. And it was almost like, fuck, what do I do now? Like now is it too late to, okay, hold on. Sorry, Elizabeth. This is just like way too cute. What is this? What's going on here? He literally ate a whole ass bone. Also, this is my altar. Hello. This is the Capricorn full moon altar. Okay. All right, so back to our scheduled programming. So yes, as I was saying, I feel like this person feels really hurt by their own actions. It's almost like they really did have feelings for you, because I don't think the Three of Swords would be here if this person didn't have thoughts about the situation. Let me keep pulling. We have Temperance. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so did this person have feelings for you? If so, why did he ghost you since you're friends now? Okay, so I feel like this person could have been involved with somebody else. There could have been a third-party situation going on here that they were keeping a secret, and they felt like a lot of guilt and a lot of shame about it, and instead of confronting it or being responsible about communicating that to you, they were kind of like, I'm just not gonna deal with it in a really immature way. And I feel like this person really did suffer a lot with their thoughts in a really non-spiritual way, because we have the Hermit in reverse. So they really just isolated themselves and like self-sabotage and like Nine of Swords energy without like Four of Swords energy. Like there was nothing spiritual about them like not talking to you and isolating. There's nothing that they really thought about. Sometimes we have these like no contact separation situations with our partners or with people we're involved with, and it actually is very enlightening. This is not the case. This person was just like a fucking bonehead and like went off into no man's land and just did whatever they did. And I do feel like this person carries a lot of shame and a lot of guilt. And I feel like this person feels like, you know, I just feel like they kind of have a lot of regrets. Like they're looking at you as someone who really is abundant and sweet and stable and like caring and like not fake. Like if that is coming up because of the comparison of like a third party, I don't know. But I just feel like with Temperance here, their kind of karma is sort of coming their way, because now they're like seeing you as like, damn, like Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands energy. Like you're out here being really bomb, really sexy. You have this really beautiful energy. They're really noticing like the loss of you and your friendship and like how you sort of pulled away your energy. And they kind of want to like communicate with you and like start over, but it's like, how are they going to do that? So it's really interesting. We have very soon. They might try to come communicate with you and reconcile somehow. But I just feel like this person could have been talking to someone else, and that's kind of why they ghosted. We have religious factors, release your ex. Okay, so maybe this is you, and it's like you should release this person because they suck. Or maybe it's they had an ex that they were still involved with, sort of, or talking to, and they didn't release them. You guys could come from completely different backgrounds, different countries, different ethnicities. It could just be that you guys were raised differently. Like maybe you were raised to be a good person and they were raised to be a piece of shit. I don't know. And with forgiving and learning, I just feel like that is Spirit's advice to you, simply because you have like a lot coming towards you with the Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Like you're way too bomb and you're way too sexy to like be out here on the market for too long. And so Spirit's like, you know, just release the resentment, just forgive whatever. This person was immature. Move on, because you're gonna get a lot of options really soon. So it just seems like you are manifesting, whether it's like subconscious or not. You're just in a very attracting energy, and I wouldn't doubt that you're gonna have yeah, we have clean it up. I wouldn't doubt that once you make room and make space, like someone else is going to come into your life, someone who is much better. I'm even hearing like much older, not much older, but just like a little older than you. We have clean it up. It could represent like their maturity. And we have observer. So clean it up, number 21. It's all about, you know, making room for the new, letting go of the old. And then we have observer, number 49. So I just feel like take a back seat and sort of just understand that this kind of maybe happened because it was meant to teach you something. I'm not sure what that thing is. Maybe it was just, you know, your boundaries or whatever it is. I do think this person had feelings for you. They definitely had a lot of thoughts about you with all this swords energy, but I just feel like they didn't have the maturity to express themselves or to admit them. And instead of just, you know, confronting it or talking about it, they just isolated themselves in sort of a negative way. So I just feel like you don't deserve that. Like, you're so bomb. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking and seeing. So I love you. I appreciate you. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining me on the live. Thank you so much for being patient. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Anna Maria. Okay, so Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to find your question. Okay, so you got an 18 plus deck pool, and you have felt a bit stuck when it comes to your love life, as the last person you were interested in did not reciprocate the same feelings towards you. You've been questioning your sexuality, but any advice would be very much appreciated. Alright, so to start, we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the King of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay. You've been questioning any advice on your love life? We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, well, to start, be kind to yourself during this process of just trying to figure things out, because with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, like I'll read the whole spread, but just so far what I'm getting, it's all about like collaboration and working with people. But I always take the Three of Pentacles in certain spreads as like with yourself, and I feel like you're not being as nice to yourself as you should, because there's still a lot of things that maybe you're trying to sort through that are a little confusing. And I feel like you should be just at a state of calm. Just understand that I think everything is going to really flow nicely and you're gonna be fine. So with the Queen of Pentacles, I definitely feel in regards to your love life, there is some sort of attracting energy that you are in. I feel like, you know, in regards to what you were saying about your past, like what happened and how this person wasn't reciprocating their feelings, that actually triggered you to really have this beautiful glow up and all this sort of like nice healing that you've been doing, where you've been really working on yourself. We have that Queen of Pentacles, then we have the Queen of Wands clarifying. I mean, you're just really badass. And I think that this was almost like a necessary evil that you went through, because it just helped you become more confident and more secure in your self-esteem and just who you are as a person. And with the Six of Pentacles, I do feel like you've been giving yourself a lot more love and a lot more care and a lot more attention. Whereas in the past, maybe you kind of like short-sighted yourself and you gave all of your energy to other people around you. Now Spirit is asking you to kind of step into your divine masculine and divine feminine energy. You're allowed to have both. I mean, everyone has a mixture of both energies. Some have stronger energies in the masculine realm, some have stronger energies in the feminine realm, but it's all about that balance and all about practicing that yin and yang kind of energy and balance here. And with the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, Spirit is saying it's all a matter of, you know, speaking nice to yourself, affirming things into your existence, maybe even working on some manifestation of just opening yourself up to love. You know, you don't necessarily have to put a gender on it. You don't necessarily have to be like, I want a girl or I want a guy. Just open yourself up to like what is right for you and what is best for you and what works for you. Because I feel like that is where your heart space needs to be, is just working at your highest and best interest no matter what. And with that said, you know, once you kind of shift into that energy, I do see that because you're in such attracting energy that there is no doubt you're going to find someone that you have a lot of chemistry with, and find someone that you might even have a true love connection with, find someone that might even be someone that you end up being in love with, you know, someone that is going to end up being someone that you are in a relationship with. I'm actually working on a video right now, and it's your next relationship, and I say I'm working on it because I started it, but I haven't finished it because it's like a lot of content. Like, it's really big video, and I'm trying to get all the juicy details out of it, and I feel like I'm getting a lot of your energy in like one of the piles already. So it's just about like you're working on yourself, and by being in that energy, you're just like manifesting and it's really good. And I feel like you could meet someone who really has a lot of like romantic feelings for you, but nonetheless someone who really appreciates you, like appreciates you at your core and appreciates all the work that you've done. Aries, yeah, King of Wands. I mean, this person could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or have that in their chart. They could be a King or Queen of Wands. Okay, so let's see what else. We have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So yes, just accepting yourself for where you are right now. And then we have, yeah, so you're Sagittarius, and then we got this King of Wands over here. So be aware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. I'm totally getting twin flame vibes. So there is definitely a chance as well that you guys could be mirroring each other. You can take this in a positive way, it can be in a negative way. I think mirroring each other can be a really good thing if you're highlighting the positive aspects of each other. And because we have the King and Queen of Wands, you guys are going to be so fucking like compatible and so similar, have a lot of chemistry as well. I feel like you guys are going to begin talking on social media is sort of what I'm getting, and I don't think that it'll be long until you're in a relationship, but I just think that there's going to be a really nice romantic kind of vibe here, and I feel like this person is going to be sort of like an old romantic at heart, which is really cute. So yeah, this is beautiful. I think, you know, just continue what you're doing because you're doing great, sweetie, and honestly understand that whatever comes into your life, just be open to any possibility and just go with the choice that is the best for you and only you, with no consideration of anyone else other than yourself. And I feel like that is the right pick. All right, so I am going to move on to the next person. Thank you so much for joining me here on the live. Thank you so much. I hope that resonated. I love you and appreciate you. Okay, so thank you for being patient as well. Okay, so we're gonna move on to, I believe, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, Harsha.
Shri Harsha. Shri Harsha Sikhalam. I think that's her. Yeah, she's
Shri.
Shri, yeah, she's really Shri there. No, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you got a regular deck reading.
I just got excited about saying that name. It's a really cool name. You don't get, you know, it doesn't come off.
Okay, so let me know if you're here, love, because let me know what kind of, like, what question you want. Wait, we have view story. What story? Oh, that's interesting. View messages. Okay, let me know what kind of, you are here, I'm so glad. Okay, so you got a regular deck pool. Let me know what your question is.
Nashville.
We are neighbors, technically, now that I'm in Texas. Wow, Jackson is out.
Worked hard today. Worked really.
Okay, so you want a career reading. So let's get into it. All right, so to start we have the Magician, which is a really beautiful start. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The Chariot, okay. The Fool, look at all this major arcana. So there could be a major sort of shift going on right now in your career for the positive. You could be starting something or starting something new. Maybe you walked away from something. Whatever is happening, it's happening quite fast. Three of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Empress. Why the Queen of Swords? Seven of Swords. Three of Swords, Seven of Swords. All right. So you could have. Did you quit your job, or did something happen where you decided to like walk towards something else? Because let me know, because I have a couple ways that I can interpret this and what direction I can go with this. But with the Three of Swords, there's definitely something, Seven of Swords energy, something that's been really stressing you out, weighing pretty heavy on your mind as well. So, I mean, so far, from what I can gather, with the Magician, I definitely feel like this is Spirit's way of saying that you have the necessary tools within yourself, the necessary strength and knowledge to create whatever it is that you're trying to create, or go down a path that you're trying to go down. And maybe you don't necessarily have the belief system in yourself that you are able to accomplish such thing, or maybe even generate income from it. But with the Queen of Pentacles, like, you have to remind yourself that, you know, you don't have to chase after everything that you want. You can quite literally attract it towards you. You have this really beautiful energy around you that is very attracting, and a lot of blessings want to come through for you, and pretty quickly at that with the Chariot. It is a little dependent on you taking some sort of leap of faith. So I don't know if there is a career transition, if there's a new job you're starting, a new project, or a new business, something to do with something being new and fresh, or changing directions to a direction that is new and fresh. And moving away from maybe a career that was very competitive, or you were around people who were competitive with you and not very supportive energetically. And it caused you a lot of stress, it caused you a lot of pain, it caused you a lot of, even I would say, heartache, but also just like the feeling of like wanting to get away, as far away as possible from said career or whatever it is. And, you know, whether you did that already or not, Spirit is saying that if you do, if you haven't, if you will, the universe is going to reward you. Your spiritual team is going to reward you, because it is sort of a indelible mark on your destiny in which you've decided to step up to the plate and really affirm that you deserve more and deserve better. And that is something that is worth rewarding. You know, the universe is never going to go against someone who's like, I deserve better, like, thank you. The universe is always going to reward those who decide that, you know what, they're worth way more than this bullshit, and they want more out of life. And I feel like that reward comes in so many different ways. It comes in the form of abundance, but with the Empress here to end with, and we have that Queen of Pentacles up there, and that Empress clarifying the Fool, you know, to me it just represents that you really need to spread your wings here. You need to have that courage to embark on that journey and understand that, like, you really can fly, and the universe really is going to catch you as well. So we have number 42, chopped wood, and I kind of wanted to see what that meant. And basically it means being grounded in everyday experience, humility. The Oracle's message is, there are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it be to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goals brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive aha moments, which brings you even closer to what you seek. So yeah, with the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, it can also be advice. It can also be that there is this advice from Spirit saying, put yourself in an attracting energy. You don't always have to do. It's always about a balance. Definitely continue to have a balance, but it's always about, you know, remaining calm and understanding that like the seeds that you have planted are coming into fruition. The prosperity message is now is the time to take small steps rather than larger leaps on the journey to creating your most prosperous life. Move your focus off your big dream and attend to the mundane chores. Focus on the little things that may have piled up while you've been mapping out the greater plan for life you aspire to manifest into reality. Okay, and then we have number 10, Unfinished Symphony. So 444 is an angel number, and it just means that your angels are with you and they're supporting you, and sometimes they will send us that number all the time repeatedly because they want you to talk to them. They want you to ask them with a free will decision to ask them for help. So definitely ask them and be like, hey, can you help me out here? And they will answer that. But they're definitely trying to communicate with you. And then we have Unfinished Symphony. Jesus. Unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. Okay, so this kind of represents that you make sure you complete projects now before starting new ones. Perhaps you've created something special that will increase your sense of abundance and bring you opportunities for wealth. However, if you don't see it through, it won't add up to anything but more clutter. Now is the time to put your nose to the grindstone and complete the tasks that have accumulated. Pay your bills, sign the documents, do your filing, hand in the assignment, complete a work of art, tie up loose ends so that you can move forward with security. Wow, I just have dyslexia right now. Knowing you're on the prosperous path and feeling refreshed and excited about the future. This is such a typical Capricorn full moon message, I swear. So this is all about, you know, tying up loose ends and all that great stuff. But I feel like whatever it is that you have set your mind out to achieve, you are definitely on that pathway. And in the meantime, don't forget about the little things that need to be done. That was gorgeous. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me here in this reading. I really hope that resonated. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Najee. So, hello, hi. Let me pull up your question. Okay, hello, gorgeous. So you got an 18 plus deck pool and channeled messages. You are, yes, you are next. You made it right on time. Oh, this is a mediumship, my bad. So mediumship with channeled messages. I wish you lived in Texas too. That would be super cool. We would be hanging out every day.
No, every other day.
Every other day. Every day. Okay, so you know that money is coming to you and you're an abundant and prosperous queen. But you want money now and from several streams of passive income in copious amounts. I feel you. When will your finances increase? You swear if your team says start the business, I'm going to scream because they stopped me from starting the business the way I was starting it. I don't want this job I have anymore for my own health. I'm tired. I'm so weird from this job. My bones are asleep. I'm being dramatic. No, I feel you. I feel you. Okay, so let's look into this because that's a really, interesting point. I feel like with our spirit guides, sometimes they have a really difficult way of trying to get a point across. Like, I want to, really debut Chiron, my shop, but it's like it takes a lot of other components. If you guys really want me to do that, then could you please some money falling from the sky would be helpful. There's marketing, there's shipping, there's just so much investing that goes into it. So I feel you, I really do. Okay, oh my god, to start we have the High Priestess, which you already know what that means. That's like, you already know. I'm just kidding. I'm going to try and get as much information out of this. I don't want another reading where they're like, Naiji, you already know the answer, because I know how annoying that is. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups. Six of, ooh, damn. Aggressive. Look at the Six of Swords. Like, oh no. They're making the Six of Swords look worse than the Three of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords, okay. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. So there is a lot of thoughts surrounding this. And we have the Page of Swords. We have the World on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so with the High Priestess to start, I definitely feel like your guides and spirit wants to say, like, you already know the answers to what the process is and what they're doing, but you're doing a lot of, like, you have all the components necessary. You have that creative energy, you have the passion, you have the fuel, you have the understanding, you have the brains, you have the wits, you're smart enough to pull certain things off, but you're guarded and maybe even closed off energetically to receiving because you are guarding what you have. It's this kind of energy of like, this is what I have and I want to keep it and I'm trying to keep it safe, and it's like you're closing it and closing it off, and then you're like not even realizing energetically that you're like guarding yourself completely from other blessings to come through. I think we talked about this a little bit, like personally, yesterday, and how like this Capricorn energy was really bringing this energy out, and I really relate to it because there used to be a time and place where I was like so free flowing and just like accepting of everything, and now I'm very like controlling, and I think that's kind of ridiculous. So I think this is, you know, this is definitely going over what we were talking about yesterday and saying like, don't be controlling in where things come from. You know, like, yes, money is going to flow through, and for you it's like, okay, but where? Like, is it from here, is it from there, is it from there? And they're saying like, don't even think in that way, just like let it be. Just, you know, like unguard yourself, give love to the universe, give thanks, give love to yourself, give love to your guides. There's just a little too much thinking that's going on and not enough trusting with that High Priestess to start. So a little too much mind, not enough heart. You are that Gemini moon. My dad's a Gemini moon. I've been raised around this. Fucking Paul's a Gemini moon. You Gemini moons, you think way too much. And I know that because of that, it's hard to like let the heart and the gut, you know, be trusted, because you always somehow let your brain sneak in there and be the one that is the talking piece for you. And so Spirit is basically saying, listen, you know, Miss Queen of Swords, calm it down with the thoughts. Understand that the only thing you should be using your brain for and thoughts about income or where things are going to come from is to fuel into your next steps, your action plans. Do an abundance planning. I'm going to give you homework. Do some abundance planning. And abundance planning, I'm someday going to make a video about it, but abundance planning in a form of manifestation. I'm not talking about abundance planning like on a literal basis, like, oh, you got to pay this bill. I'm talking like make an imaginary fucking spreadsheet of what you would like to make per month, how and when, and it doesn't have to be real. Make it realistic, but it doesn't have to be real. You could be like, I want $6,000 a month from this, or I want it every damn week. Fuck it. Like, just be ridiculous with it and put a lot of energy and creativity into it. That's a really good form of manifestation. That allows energy just to flow through with your intention and your thought, and that allows your brain to have an activity so that you at least think that you're doing something progressive in the form of manifesting, you know, more income, but you're not really putting as much thought and worry into it, because that's what you need to kind of back off of so that you can put a little more trust into it. Now we have the World here, and the World is about, you know, completing a cycle. And I definitely think there are lessons that you're learning right now, and maybe you are on the tail end of completing a cycle, and maybe with that said, you're on the tail end of finishing this job that is like killing you, because Spirit doesn't want that for you. Your guides don't want that for you. Nobody wants that for you. I was just telling that to someone else on this live today, that the universe will reward you. They don't want you to be in an energy every day where you like hate everything. Like, that's not fun. Sometimes things are necessary. I've done it too. We have to work jobs to pay bills, but sometimes it gets to a point where it's like, oh, I've learned the fucking lesson. I don't have to be here anymore. And once you decide to quit it or walk away or whatever it is, that's kind of when you're affirming to the universe, like, I trust you. I feel like you have a better plan for me. I feel like I've learned this lesson. Eight of Pentacles, maybe even try and find a different job or start working on, you know, I know you don't want me to say your business, but something, it can be anything. Maybe just start looking around for other work and cutting off this thing that is toxic to you. We have the Fool, and it's about like taking this leap of faith. Okay, that's a good question. Let's see. Should you quit? We'll get a yes or no answer. Should you quit? Yes or no? Three of Pentacles. Should it make you quit? Yes or no? Should it make you quit? Eight of Wands. So Spirit knows you pretty well. Spirit's like, yeah, you should, but you shouldn't. The reason why you shouldn't is because you're gonna be really afraid. And so Spirit knows you really well. It's like, Spirit's like, yes, Three of Pentacles, like, we'll take care of you, we'll help you out. But Najee's probably gonna regret that decision and be really pissed off that she did that. And so for that reason, maybe no. And that's where it goes back into the Page of Wands energy, and it's like, maybe find a replacement or find something else or find something part-time, or maybe even try to align something that you're happy with. Like, maybe, you know, personally, I love dogs. I'm like, maybe I should be a dog walker. I'm like, fuck it, you know, I'm not around humans at least, so whatever. And them motherfuckers get paid a lot. Like, we were doing WAG for a while, and that shit was adding up, but just an example. So it's kind of like saying, listen, look around, shop around, Eight of Pentacles, do the research, do the work, do the manifesting, maybe even figure out what kind of investment or what does it take to start the business. What does it take to just get your feet off the ground so that you feel secure and comfortable, but get your feet off the ground with the Fool. Take that leap of faith. Let's see what your oracle says. We have Observer. Clean it up. I feel like I didn't give that a good shuffle. And we have Breathe. Okay. So for Observer, number 49. So this is all about perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Let's read the prosperity message. It is an adventurous time for you to get some distance from what you're doing and see your work and your projects from a different perspective. The trick is to connect to the essence of your goals and aspirations while letting the form and timing be dictated by Spirit. You may be too personally attached to an outcome and unable to see the miracle because it's not turning exactly as you planned. Trust Spirit. I fucking kid you not. I kid you not. Trust Spirit. The perfect version of your abundance is right in front of you. Remain neutral and curious and watch the miracle unfold. Well, fuck. I mean, come on. And then we have Clean It Up, number 21. Okay, which is about getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden. Prosperity message. Simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists, and getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself too. This card is a sign you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You'll prosper even more if you do. Oh, the tea. It's okay to quit your job because you'll prosper. But, you know, I'm the worst with that. So Paul's like, Fuck. Okay, so, but you know what that means. That's not abundance planning, like I said. Make plans, at least for right now. We have number 29, breathe, which I feel like is self-explanatory, but we'll read it anyway. So this is about patience. This is about trust. And the prosperity message is, you have worked long and hard. Your dreams are coming to fruition, and you want to hurry things along. Oh my God. You're the slow one, moving languidly yet still progressing right now in a rhythm dictated by your authentic nature, the essence of your dream, and the will of the universe. Slow and steady wins the race. You will indeed win if you relax, stay the course, trust your intuition, and breathe. I am dead. So yes, I mean, essentially, yes. Basically, your guides are saying you need to chill. Okay, so let's do their channeled messages. What channeled messages would your guides like to say to you? Maybe more air. Maybe like not fan air, but like air. I know, it's not that easy. And then with this energy right now, it's like I feel like we're all our own worst enemy, so that doesn't help. Maybe we should all take up meditation. Maybe that would probably help us a lot. Okay, so what would this person say? What would your guides say to you? As soon as you step away from the situation that you keep looking at from your lens and perspective, you will see what we see, that you are a child of divine, that you are abundant, that you are strong, stronger than the average male, that you are able to dictate and form the foundation of your life in any which way that you desire. You just have to choose the way. You just have to choose the direction. You are abundant. You don't need to ask for abundance. You need to affirm abundance. You are that in your present moment. If you always look at abundance as something a week away, a month away, a year away, it will always be such. It will always be that far away. But if you affirm that you are abundant now, if you affirm and stay close to your spiritual practice, you can receive that now. But then you would have to know how to receive, and that's where we ask you to get close to spirit. We don't ask you to get close to spirit just for the sake of it or just for the sake of communicating. We ask you to get close to spirit because once you become more in tune and more spiritual with your gifts, you will know how to discern what you are receiving versus what you are letting off. And what you are receiving is going to be an attraction to all of the things that your heart has desired, all of the things that you've tried to manifest. You put in that work and we will give you everything that you want. If you can dream it, you can believe it, you can achieve it, and we will make it happen. Understand that what you're asking for is as if it's outside of you and not from within you. With the magician here, you have everything, all the tools necessary within you and within your brain, because we know that you're gifted with the smarts in order to make those things happen. Now, the added bonus is that the creativity and passion that you feel is elevated by your ability to love what you do and be what you love. Because you have this ability to love and to give it your all, that is gonna be what makes you 10 times more successful. You're too determined to fail and you're too smart to know any other better. But I think it's important that you also stand up for yourself in the way that you would think anyone else would. For some reason, you're allowing yourself to feel dictated by this job or by circumstance or by time even, when really what's happening right now from our perspective looking at you is that you have it all. You have everything that you need. And if you don't think you have it, then that's when it's time to go take a step back and look inward. give yourself a little more credit, give yourself a little more love, do some of the research and do some of the heavy lifting. And I mean heavy lifting on the annoying things, on the things like plans and organization and things that might ease a lot of your anxiety. For some reason you feel in competition with the world, and that's what we don't want for you. We want you to go inward and stay inward and really slow down in order to speed up. All right, so that was your channeled messages from your guides. I mean, I definitely think that they feel like you need to slow down to speed up, if that makes sense, is sort of the energy. Sometimes it just takes that. Sometimes it's just like we're so close to a situation, and we can be told that we're close to a situation like over and over again, but it just like doesn't matter because we're stubborn, and that's just what happens. But I feel like you got this. I really do. Okay, so let's do your next question, which is, what miracles and blessings shall find you in the next few months? And if it was addressed in the mediumship, then the question is Thank you. This is my favorite coconut water, by the way, in case anyone cared. I've tried them all. This one's the best. Okay, so I'm going to answer the first question. What miracles and blessings are coming towards you? But I'm going to fix it because no one said that it was going to be in the next few months. It could be right now. And I feel like that was what your spirit guides were trying to tell you, is that you're always looking at your abundance or your blessings as like over there. Like it's over there and it's not here right now. Okay, so let's see what miracles and blessings are coming for you right here, right now. And then after this I have to pee. We have the Seven of Swords. Four of Cups in reverse. That Seven of Swords is following you around, girl. We have the Six of Pentacles. Are those otters? Or those are ferrets?
Or red monkeys.
We have the Eight of Cups. Okay. What miracles and blessings are coming your way? Four of Wands. Nine of Cups. Okay, so you're definitely going to be moving away from this stress. There's so much Swords energy in the first question, and I feel like you're going to be moving more into a space where you are really content and really understanding of like the process of what you're going through. I definitely feel like you're going to get some extra assistance when it comes to your money as well from whatever resource. That is part of the reading, is it doesn't matter where it's coming from, just accept that it's coming. Because as soon as we try to like label and control, like, oh, it's coming from here, and then we have that, you know, that expectation. It's all about releasing attachment. So I just know Six of Pentacles, you're definitely going to be in a prosperous state. You're going to get some assistance somehow. Eight of Cups, it could represent walking away from the stress or those tendencies and habits to stress out and like get really in your head about certain things, get really sad about certain things. I definitely feel like you are making an emotional change to walk away from that kind of ideology because it's not helping you in the long run. Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to be getting really grounded and solid in a foundation that you need to build to achieve your goals. So this could be the abundance planning I'm talking about. What does it take to start this business? What kind of investing? Is there a better way to do it than how you originally started? Is there another way? Just kind of like really planting the seeds, you know? And there was this metaphor in one of the books about planting seeds, and it's like sometimes you to make a plant alive again, you have to pick off the old leaves and you have to like replant it and water it. And there's nothing enjoyable about that process. But once you're done with that process, you like let the plant be. Like you don't sit there and wait for the plant to fucking grow. Like you just let it be. And then eventually a week later, it's like fucking growing and it's beautiful. And it's like because you released your attachment, like you fixed up the little dead ends about it. You released your attachment, you walked away, you came back, and it's just in a very attracting state. Like the sun is getting to it, the water is getting to it, it's growing, it's flourishing, it's beautiful. We have the Four of Wands, and I feel like, you know, with the Four of Cups in reverse, you're feeling like a sense of rejection or a sense of being left out in the cold by the universe and that they're not necessarily answering your prayers the way that you want them to. And I feel like with the Four of Wands clarifying, it's like you're going to be in a deeper alignment with your destiny and your path. You're walking away from like this weird, not even weird, it's totally human and normal, but this like weird attachment to like how you thought things would be right now. And you're kind of like shedding skin like a snake. And with the Nine of Cups clarifying the Six of Pentacles, you're going to be very content and very grateful for this extra assistance coming in. With the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like it's also going to be motivating for you to work even harder on your goals, because who doesn't love getting extra assistance? It kind of is motivating. Like you almost do want to go to work, and you almost do want to do better, and you almost do want to achieve more, and that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles, which is from Bruce Almighty. Okay, and then we have Blessed. Oh my gosh. And Yang. Blessed. 1 and 2, 2. So like I said, what blessings are coming into your life? Blessings. So we have number 1, which is Yang. Okay, which we all know is the Yang to the Yin. So what does that mean? So the masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, where you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. Oof! With that Four of Wands, I mean, I believe it. Projects, partnerships, and all matters relating to your business are out of the obstacle phase and on the make it happen phase. Now is the time to stake your claim and get things done. While you can expect to be busier than usual, this card tells you that you have all the energy and vitality you need to accomplish your goals. Abundance is waiting for you to claim it. Girl. Okay. And number 22. Blessed. Something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected. Grace that is unforeseen. Gifts from Spirit. Six of Pentacles, like I said. Unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now and don't forget to share them. I cannot. Mic freaking drop. That is so beautiful, Naiji. I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me here on the live. Thank you so much for being patient as always. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm going to move on to the next person. That was gorgeous. Okay, so the next person is Taylor.
Taylor Swift?
But I have to pee. Where are you going?
I have to pee too.
No, I have to pee. 1 second. All right, so we are back. I don't know why I put my coconut water there. Like, this would be the entertaining factor of the hiatus. Okay, so hi Gabby, hi Tiara. So if you guys wanted to book a personal reading, these are paid readings. All that information is in the description box below. We are booked for tonight's live, but you can book for this Saturday. At least half these people on tonight's live booked on my last live, so I do operate a little bit from pre-bookings unless you can catch me. So if you want to get pre-booked and secure your spot, all that information is in the description box below. But right now I am going to do Taylor's. So Taylor, let me pull up your question. Okay. Oh, just kidding. I put that in the wrong. Okay, so we're going to do Sarah. Sarah, you are next. Let me pull up your question. Sarah, I missed you. Sarah just had the cutest baby boy who is a Gemini. And do you know what moon he is, Sarah?
A Gemini.
He's a Gemini.
Oh.
Okay, so you got a regular deck pool, and your question is, what is your fiance thinking about his new life with us and the baby? You want to pick his brain. I know the poor guy is tired because I'm still recovering from my C-section, so I just want to see if he is super run down. I can try to help out more without getting too hurt. Oh my gosh, you had a C-section. I thought you were going to have a natural birth, so let me know what happened. I mean, I'm definitely not even going to attempt the natural birth. I'm just going to be like, listen, C-section it up. But I know that you had like a whole birth plan, so that's so good. Okay, so what is he thinking about his new life with us and the baby? What is going on? What? How are you so cute? Jack.
Jack-a-rocka.
You're being kind of cute.
Jack-a-rocka.
He really loves daddy. Okay. He's stone cold chunky. He is kind of chunky. Even when we got him, like, we don't even feed him that much, but even when we get him down in his weight, he just has all this extra skin. Like, he's just bound and born to be chunky. Okay, so we have the Fool, the Magician. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Lovers. Yeah, he takes after his dad.
Bad.
We have the Knight of Swords. Nine of Cups. Whoa. We have Judgment and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so how is your fiance feeling about you and the baby? It's a lot of work right now, and you just kind of want to pick his brain. I love this Judgment card. So I definitely feel like, you know, this is a new beginning for him. This is new. This is foreign territory. So I think he's still getting used to it and adjusting. I definitely feel like at certain times that he feels like this is a blessing. And then I do feel like at certain times with the Eight of Swords energy, he does feel kind of trapped. Like he probably can't leave the house, or he probably can't do anything normal anymore, at least for now, because, you know, you're recovering and stuff. So it could just be that, you know, he's feeling a little tired, a little trapped. But overall, honestly, the energy of the Lovers, Magician, Knight of Swords, he's super ready for this role, and he's ready to be there for you. And he is at your beck and call and wants to be, like, willingly, and is very happy. I mean, with the Knight of Cups, clarifying the Magician, I don't think he could have dreamt up a better scenario for his life and the direction that it could have led. And I feel like he's, you know, very happy. And I think, you know, in certain ways with the Eight of Swords and feeling trapped, he's excited for life after this, you know, phase where he feels very trapped. I think he might be excited to, like, be able to go to the store or whatever it is, you know. And I do feel like with the Ace of Cups clarifying the Lovers, like, he is happy to be doing this with you. Like, he's very in love with you. I feel like he, babe. I feel like he's very in love, and if not, loves you even more so now than he has ever before. And I think it just kind of makes him look at you and reflect on your connection in a deeper way than maybe he even anticipated. You guys really make great partners, and you really have a nice duality here, and I feel like this person has a lot of love for you. I think that they're very happy, you know. I just think that they're also more ready for this role than I think maybe you give them credit for. I just think that the small part of it is that they just feel like they can't go anywhere or they can't do something, and, you know, that probably annoys them, but that's about it. We have fork in the road and all that glitters. So yeah, I think this person is just like, your fiance is just kind of thinking in the realm of, like, this is sort of a hump, you know, we're trying to get you healed and we're trying to get you to recover, and in the meantime it's a new ass baby and it's difficult, but it really is a beautiful thing at the end of the day. And I think that he feels very grateful and lucky. We have children, so children are definitely important to the connection. And I think that this connection is also helping him see how much he really loves you and feels like you guys would make really great partners, that you guys are really best friends at the end of the day, and is very happy. You know, and I also think he's still very attracted to you, so nothing to worry about there as well. But I just think that maybe he's a little stressed out about, maybe he hasn't been able to work, maybe he's been taking care of you, and I'm seeing that he's a little stressed out about finances or something in regards to finances. So there is that energy as well, but stay optimistic. I think he's staying optimistic as well. You know, obviously this is just like a fork in a road. This is just a phase right now, but I feel like, you know, he's just tired and exhausted as you are, and is working through it. And I feel like overall this is a beautiful blessing, and with the Knight of Swords and the Fool energy, I think he's ready to take care of you and to help you in any way that he can, and wants to do the job. So that's beautiful. And you're beautiful, and I really hope that you are recovering well. I mean, definitely hit me up and talk to me, because I know that you had a whole birth plan and it didn't probably go that way. So yeah, and then I also want to know if I can do your baby's birth chart, because that would be really cool too, unless you've already done his. But anyway, I love you and appreciate you, and I really hope that resonated. So I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Costanza. Okay. Hi Costanza, so you got a regular deck pull, and you want to know what messages does Spirit have for you when it comes to your financial situation? What messages does Spirit have for you in relation to your financial situation? That's a good question. All right, so to start, we have the Four of Wands, and stuck underneath that is the red panda.
Red panda.
Which is a raccoon to me. The Page of Wands. We have the Four of Wands, Page of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Lovers. I'm love this deck. We have the 5 of Cups. 8 of Swords in reverse. Whoa.
Whoa, baby. Jack up, pick it up. Oh, I'm such an untrained jack.
He's like up.
What? What's up? I'm Jack.
Well, you felt like you had to get up really quick and you didn't. There's no purpose to that.
100%.
God, he's such a downy boy. Okay, so we have the Magician. Why is everything crooked? Is this how I see life? Just crooked? Okay. I know, that Cap Moon is coming for our throats. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay. So I definitely see that you're overwhelmed by your financial situation. I think also in regards to your destiny. Like, am I supposed to be struggling like this? Is this my destined path? What the fuck's going on? I just see a lot of questions and more so worries about the situation. I feel like the spread didn't give me the answer that I wanted. So hold on. What messages does Spirit have for you when it comes to your financial situation? Okay. So I am hearing and seeing a little bit that you made some sort of agreement with Spirit that you were supposed to start something, a project or a business, or maybe bring a hobby into fruition as far as like creating income out of it, and you didn't really have a chance to get that started, or it was almost like a loose end that didn't get finished. And Spirit really wanted you to start a job transition because that was your better path, that was what your highest self would want you to do, and there's some sort of blockage or rift or delay in that, and I feel like you're working through it, but what you're not understanding is that you have like all the necessary information to get this off the ground. It's kind of like within you already. It's very interesting, the messages I'm getting. Hold on, let me pull some oracle. To the sea. Okay, Spirit, let's just be discreet as fuck. How about that? You have soulmates. Okay. Okay, all right. So what's going on here is that you were in perfect flow, or you were taking divine guidance, and then you made like a sharp right turn, or something happened in that you stopped believing in the belief of Spirit's plan. Because, you know, it happens. Life gets in the way, bills have to be paid, what the fuck's going on? So it's hard to always be spiritual, it's hard to always be in flow of things. So what is Spirit's advice when it comes to your financial situation? We'll go back to trusting Spirit. If Spirit could say something to you, it would be like, can you please trust me? Like, I need you to trust me again, because you used to trust me and then you stopped trusting me, and then things kind of went chaotic, and now I need you to listen to me again. And so Spirit really wants you to stop scrambling and allow yourself to see opportunities and the prosperous potential of your life. Get into the flow. You need to address your beliefs about abundance and money. The true meaning of your personal currency lies in your skills, your talents, and abilities. That's the Magician right here. And most important, your core beliefs. Everything, that's the Queen of Swords right there. Everything flows from your inner world and is reflected in the outer one. When grateful to serve, you align your prosperity consciousness with a higher consciousness. You can expect miracles. Everything you need will come to you easily. So there was something you were supposed to do, and like I kind of started the message off earlier, you made some sort of agreement with Spirit that you were supposed to do something and you didn't do it, or you didn't finish it, and because, you know, life gets in the way, I'm not even calling you out. And so Spirit's like, listen, what I want you to do is go back to that thing, because when you are ready to serve, you can be ready to receive. I will give you this stuff in return. We have soulmates, which is coming up, and it's interesting because there's like a little face in the background. There's like a little face in the background here. So, you know, let's see how this relates to your message. For the prosperity message of soulmates, we have strategic alliances are most important right now as you begin to attract the perfect people to support your dreams. This is a journey you will share with others, mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, creative partners, friends, and strangers. Open the doors for you to step through the portal to join you in a harmonious dance of collaboration, commitment, and co-creation. This is what you've been waiting for. So maybe you've been sort of manifesting a soulmate in a way that it doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be that you're fostering something for personal growth, maybe a project that you wanted to start, and a soulmate is coming to you in response and is going to help you manifest a project or something that you wanted to create and bring it into fruition. Or maybe it's a mentor or a teacher or some sort of lesson that you can extract from someone that is like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. That makes a lot of sense. So Spirit is saying, go back to your path that you were on with the Four of Wands to start, because that was your destined path. That was the path of prosperity, Nine of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. Like, you are going to get prosperity, and finances are going to start to turn around for you, but it is important that you listen to Spirit and you serve and do what you agreed to do with Spirit in order for those things to happen. All right. I love you. I appreciate you. I really hope that resonated. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Shanice. Hello to the lovely Shanice. Oh wow, lots of career questions today. So Shanice got a regular deck pull and wants to know about general career. What's your career path, life purpose? What's your career path, life purpose? We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. We have the Emperor. We have the Hermit. We have the Hierophant. I mean, you know, this really tells me, but I might piss you off. The Hermit, the Hierophant. I mean, it's no secret. Queen of Cups. Seven of Wands. Three of Wands. And the World. All right. I mean, you already know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to try and pull some Oracle to reflect it and see if I can get a different message. Oh, okay, so Naiji got yang, you got yin, because you guys are yin and yang. All right, so your job and career is to not fucking stress out full time, which is what you've been making your job and career. With the Nine of Swords in reverse, Spirit's like, that's not your job. Take that shit to bed. That is not your job. Your job is to step up to the plate and be a leader, actually, a business owner, someone who writes their own checks. It's like, what is that Cardi B song? She's like, I wrote my own name on my check. Pussy's so good, I say my own name during sex. All right, so I just feel like, I feel like you are supposed to be a leader, an owner, something that you can call yours. You're supposed to have a business. And for some reason, you don't want to admit this to yourself, which is why you're stressing. And Spirit's like, you're just going to go through this loop over and over and over again because, listen, like, you already know the answer. With the Hermit and the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups, what is that business? It's in the occult. It's something spiritual. I keep pushing you to make a tarot card reading channel because I think everyone needs like a Shanice in their life. And I just feel like if I get like an enormous amount of healing and advice from you, a lot of people can. And I feel like with the Hermit and the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups, you know, I feel like you have this ability to empathize with people and really heal people and understand them, but it also is in alignment with your spiritual practice. Like, imagine being spiritual and doing what you do already, buying the decks that you've bought already in the oracle decks, and then actually like making money from it or putting it into fruition or at least gaining something back from it. Imagine it being your full-time career. Like, how fun is that? It is fun. Like, I'm having a lot of fun doing tarot for my life. Sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, yo, like, what? I remember like a couple years ago or like a year ago, we did shrooms and I was tripping out. I was like, I'm a tarot card reader. I was tripping out. I was like, that's like fucking crazy. And it was just so funny. So like, I tripped myself out with that shit, but it's so fucking fun. Like, you literally get to get up and like pull cards for people and make little pick a card posts. And like, I don't know, I really enjoy it. Like, today I wrote an article on Patreon about the Capricorn full moon. Like, who else can say that that's like their job? And it can be yours, you know, and you're definitely passionate about it, you're definitely invested in it, and Spirit seems to really be with you on that. Spirit seems to really be like, you know, in support of that. We have the Seven of Wands, and maybe clarifying the Emperor, you feel the need to compete, or maybe you feel like starting your channel drains you out, like you're not anybody, or like how can you compete with other readers, or how can you be on the scale that they're on. But it's almost like let go of that mentality, because literally anything could happen. With the Three of Wands, like, you have the inspiration, you have the passion, and with the World, I feel like it's, you know, it's gonna take you coming full circle with something in order for you to really understand this at your core. Like, this is something we've been circling around for a while, but until you personally come full circle with something within your spirituality, that's when you'll understand what your career path and life purpose is. I always tell people that the questions that they ask are actually subconscious answers to their question. You didn't ask, what's my career, ? You asked, what's my career path / life purpose? Because your career path is your life purpose. Get it? Yours is one in one. For some people, it's two separate entities. Maybe they're supposed to be a fucking attorney for a big business in pharmaceuticals, whatever, and their life path is to be a mom. You know, completely different fucking things. Like, are they really benefiting from being a lawyer for big pharma? I don't fucking know. But some people have the ability to combine both. And so you kind of ask this question without even knowing that that you're already answering your own question, that your career path, Hierophant, Hermit, Queen of Cups, is one of the same. It's also your life purpose. So let's read Come to the Edge. Actually, let's read number 2 first, Yin. And I know you have this deck as well. Okay, so Yin. All right, so the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. This is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you. Poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you, it implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear, but be shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. Do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. Okay, so Spirit's like, receive my advice. So we have number 36, come to the edge. So this is about courage, obviously. This is that fool energy, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. If ever there was a time for you to take a leap of faith into the unknown, it is now. This is the perfect moment to take a big risk. The unknown is the only choice now, and if you come to the edge, you will discover treasure beyond your wildest dreams. Allow your courage to lead you in spite of your fears. You don't need to know the exact form of what you're going for. The essence is much more powerful, and Spirit has a way of delivering an even better version of prosperity than you could even imagine. Take that step. The results will be waiting. And then we have breathe, and breathe is also that affirmation that, you know, just chill, just chill. But I also kind of want to pull an angel number for you really quickly. We have number 10. I am ingenious. You have great leadership skills. Your mind is sharp and allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details, then direct others how to carry things out. Okay, so you can even be, you know, sort of a boss that delegates people and like owns something, and you're just like, hey, you do that and you do this, and then you kind of create an empire that way. So that's really beautiful. Okay, so I mean, you know what the message is. I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me here, love. I appreciate you as always. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Mark.
Mark is like multi-dryer, I think, or something. Dyer.
Yeah. I love you, girl. I really think you should do it. Honestly, it doesn't even have to be in that form or fashion, but it's just something where you can offer yourself up to the world, because I just feel like everyone needs Shanice in their life. And maybe I'm biased. Maybe that's just my opinion, but Spirit definitely thinks that you're supposed to do something in regards to your spirituality. Oh my gosh, another career reading. This Capricorn full moon is coming for us.
Capricorn.
All right, Mark. So career reading, should you continue with nursing education and pursuing career in healthcare? All right, so should you continue with your nursing education and pursuing a career in healthcare? Seven of Swords is coming for everyone's neck today. We have the Sun. Baby, can you plug my computer in? We have the King of We have the King of Cups.
All right, Jack, let's do it. Come on, Jack.
No, don't tell him to come.
He comes everywhere I go.
We have the Five of Swords. We have the Hanged One.
All right, let's go, guys.
did you do that thing?
Back to bed, Jack.
We have the Page of Pentacles. Should you continue your nursing education and pursue a career in healthcare? I don't know. I mean, shit. I think logically it seems like the right decision, but it doesn't seem to be the thing that makes you happy. And maybe you're even wondering what that thing is, because it definitely seems to be stressing you out more than it is benefiting you. And it also seems like you have a lot of deep feelings like surrounding that and regarding the fact that it's stressing you out. And this is sort of a decision that you feel like has to be made now more than ever. You know, it's like time is sort of the essence here. It seems like even that there is a different path that you can take. Like you even have a different option, and that's like an option that would actually make you very happy with the sun, that could light you up with the Page of Pentacles. Like you're kind of, the Page of Pentacles in the original deck is like a page, like a guy with like a big, well, he has a pentacle, but he's kind of always has a stick, and he's like looking at a different path, and it's like considering something else. And so I feel like, okay, we have deep knowing. I feel like you're considering something else that would make you happy. Wow, I love the happy card too. Should you continue with nursing education? I mean, honestly, my right brain is like, yeah, it sounds legit, and I would hate to encourage someone to not do something that seems very stable, but it doesn't seem like a stable program like within it. It seems like it's fucking stressful, and it is weighing pretty heavy on your mind, and you're not really feeling good about yourself. Like you're not feeling like as committed to your life and your destiny as you thought you would. There's like a lot of emotion surrounding this as well. Like it's almost like you don't feel healthy. Like you're not feeling like healthy the way that you thought you would. And maybe it was like the impression, because like before I did tarot cards, I was in real estate, and I had this impression that like everyone in real estate was so put together, and everything was so stable, and everything was so great and prosperous, and it was just like who could fake it more, like who could make themselves look like they were that thing because they wanted to sell the house. And babe. And it just turned out to be one of the most unhealthy things I ever did in my life. Like it was just like I was chasing after a bunch of crap, and I was investing a lot more than I was receiving. And so this kind of seems like a similar spread or a similar situation to what maybe you're going through, and it's seemingly like kind of unhealthy, and I feel like it's deep rooted as well. And there might even be, like I said, a backup plan. Like there might be something else that you're considering and have sort of a deep knowing about already. So let's see number 43 with deep knowing. You just scared him. Look at him. He's like all frightened. I know. Daddy's annoying. I know. So we have number 43. But we love him. Okay, intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, hypersensitivity. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into the sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes, they will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. This is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them. Take the risk and act. Within you, there's an oracular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the transcends the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective. The energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. Okay, so it's like you already have an idea as to what you can pursue, or you don't, and Spirit is saying, we're trying to send you spiritual downloads. We're trying to give you hunches. We're trying to like give you maybe even feelings. So trust what you're feeling, trust what you're thinking, trust what you might even have like dreams about, and understand that like there is a different path that will make you happy, because it seems like you're not happy. And all the universe ever wants for anyone is to be happy, because when everyone is happy, that they're at their highest vibration, when they're at their highest vibration, then we can all ascend. When we all ascend, then we can like repair the world and heal and all this great shit. But when we're all miserable, then that's when genocide and global warming and all this crap happens. Anyway, 26, happy. Joy and commitment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well. Your desires are effortlessly fulfilled now. Find joy in the present moment, whatever is happening, and be satisfied with things. You're free from the shackles of longing and able to experience the liberation that comes from actually being happy. Moment to moment, for you have chosen happiness over yearning for it. Now is the time for healing, for feeling joy and the sake of joy and experiencing contentment. None of this is because of something outside of yourself. Your happiness is a result of your being at one with Spirit's plan for your life. All is well. The tide is in for now. Enjoy playfully splashing in it. That's really beautiful. Okay, so, I mean, I definitely feel like at least explore this other path. You know, don't make any crazy rash decisions right now, but I think you already know how you feel about the situation, and now is the time to plan and like create roots and sort of explore a path that might be better for you and make you, you know, what does bring you joy, what does make you happy. All right, love, so thank you so much for joining me here on the live. I appreciate you. I really hope that resonated, and I hope to see you in our live again. Thank you. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Alyssa. Okay, so Alyssa, you're super welcome. So, hi Alyssa, how are you? So you are thinking of breaking up with a girlfriend. It feels like you've outgrown her by a lot and she drains your energy whenever you're in contact with her. You're nervous about doing it because you've known her for over 10 years. Is there anything I'm not saying? Is she going to change soon? I need some advice from Spirit. All right. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Seven of Wands. Shanice, it is a good time for crystals. Oh shit. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. I mean, Spirit's pretty. And Spirit's like, break up with the bitch. I mean, I don't fucking know. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and it just represents that there's like no foundation here. Like there's no stability in the connection. Maybe you guys aren't into the same things anymore. You kind of like you said, you've outgrown each other and you don't have like a solid foundation, and it's not like you guys met each other now. Like you guys met each other a long time ago when you were completely different people or you hadn't evolved yet. You have the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands tells me that there's an air of competitiveness around this friend. Maybe they're very competitive with you. Maybe they're always comparing themselves to you. Maybe there is like some sort of energy where it's like it feels kind of like you have to be worried about something or compete. We have the Eight of Cups, which is pretty obvious, and it's like Spirit's basically saying like walk away from things that no longer serve you. We have the Page of Wands in reverse, and the Page of Wands is like, the Page of Wands in reverse is like, listen, you know, this isn't inspiring anymore. This isn't creative. This isn't new. This isn't passionate. This isn't helping you grow. This isn't helping you love. This isn't really doing anything. It's kind of dead. Three of Wands is about going into another direction. And maybe looking elsewhere. We have the Five of Swords, and I can see that it does stress you out a bit, or it gives you anxiety, I should say, to do this or have this talk, but Spirit's almost saying that it's something that they would actually be in agreement with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's not like, it's not going to be as difficult as you think. This is something that either like their ego is going to be like, it's fine, whatever, or like truthfully they're going to be like, fine, whatever. But either way, I do think that they are going to kind of handle this pretty well, at least like on the surface from what I can see. I just feel like this person is, maybe they even mutually feel like you guys have grown apart. They probably don't see that they're draining. They're probably not looking at it from that perspective, but they are seeing that maybe you guys don't have the same interest anymore. Oh my God. We have Clean It Up. Number 21. And we have Round and Round. Okay, Spirit being fucking like obvious. So number 21 is pretty self-explanatory. Clean it up is like, you know, get rid of the old, welcome in the new. But the message, I'll read it. It says, getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. Ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home? Too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean. Every item out of place of matters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads you to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. So in a relationship sense, this is time to clear the air. Take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's a perfect time to do inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not to clean up the relationship. Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty self-explanatory there. So we have number 25, which is Round and Round, and I can only assume what that means, and it's like, you guys are going in circles at this point. You know, you guys both kind of mutually know that you don't have that much in common. With Temperance, this is like bound to happen. The spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break, revising a pattern from a new perspective. So this represents, the appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you're standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lesson to be learned. Your relationship is a mix of good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine as you get to do things again, only differently this time. For you've learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. Okay, so very interesting. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. Spirit saying to your answer, walk away and don't have anxiety about it. I think the more that you let it sit and temper in your mind, the more anxiety you're going to get. You know, just have this conversation the way that you should and feel that you need to have it. And then all will sort of take care of the rest. You'd actually be very surprised what this person's reaction is going to be. I don't think that they're going to be mad at you. So that is really good news. But I do feel like you guys have really outgrown each other. And this is just kind of the necessary next step so that you can make room for new friends and all that great stuff. All right, so I love you, Alyssa. Thank you so much for joining the live as usual. I appreciate you, and I really hope that resonated. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Larissa. So last but certainly not least, we have Larissa. If you guys want to pre-book for this Saturday, I am taking pre-bookings now. At least like a third of the people on this live had pre-booked in my last live to secure their spot, because if you don't get me like within 10 minutes of me going live, we get booked up pretty quickly. So if you know that you're going to be there, then you can definitely wait. If you feel like maybe you might not be there, but you want to make sure you get your place in line and lock it down, now is the time to pre-book for Saturday. All the information is in the description box below. So let me know if you guys want to book, but I'm going to do the last reading for tonight's live. In the meantime, I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here and tuning in. So Larissa got a regular deck pull and wants to know what's next in love and who's coming towards her. We have the Two of Swords. We have the King of Swords. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the High Priestess, Queen of Cups, okay. So what's coming next for you in your love life is actually an ex or someone of that nature, someone from your past, and it's a cosmic test. Spirit wants to know if you are going to reject this person or if you are going to go down a cycle with them again. With the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups right next to each other, it is very important that you trust your intuition through this process. This person could be a King of Swords. They could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. They don't have to be. It could just represent that this person is a little toxic. It could also be that they're not very good at expressing how they feel, and maybe they want to come back around for round two and try and get you back or express how they feel in some sort of way. But with that Page of Wands again in reverse, I feel like that just represents stuck energy. It represents something that is like not flowing. We have heart-to-heart conversations, codependency, and then clarifying it, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So it's like this person doesn't really want to take action. I do feel like with the Eight of Swords clarifying the Two of Swords, this is something that can make you feel really blocked as well. So what is coming in your love life? Unfortunately, at least for now, I am actually coming out with a video tomorrow, and it's your next relationship. So maybe in one of those piles you will find someone after this person. But I feel like for right now, it's like an ex or someone from the past trying to come back around. It actually is a test because Spirit wants you to like affirm your boundaries and also kind of like affirm to the universe that you deserve more and you're lovable and all that great stuff. This is all about releasing your ex, trusting your intuition, giving that love to yourself, kicking the guy to the curb, that whole thing. We have to pay attention to the red flags. We have unrequited love. So yeah, like I said, this is definitely someone trying to come back around from the past, someone who doesn't necessarily have the best intentions for you or have your greatest intentions in mind. And I just feel like this person is kind of it's just like a pillar in the wake of you really manifesting true love. So it's like once you truly find your person, it's like first comes this person and then comes maybe someone like that is really deserving of you, a soulmate even. But Spirit sees how well you're doing with the Six of Cups, the Queen of Cups. You're giving yourself a lot of love, and you know you're doing great. You're really working and focusing on yourself, and I think that's what's important. But it's important to cut this person off and not fall for their charm or maybe their sweet nothings or whatever it is they're going to try and say and convince you of. We have time. You're trying too hard, give it time. So yeah, this person might be like in your space, but you're like, okay, I want someone else. It's just gonna be a matter of time. You are manifesting it, and I do think it is gonna come in for you. I'm not seeing it in this spread because this person is still here. Maybe there's a need to release them in order to open up the energy so that you can invite someone else in, but you are manifesting something. So give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. And that is true. I really believe that. So beautiful. All right, gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you so much for being here. What's going on? Okay, sorry about that. I was like pulling all these cards. I love you and I appreciate you. I really hope that resonated. And I am going to be, I think that is it actually. Whew. All right, so that concludes the live for tonight. If you guys wanted to secure your spot in line like a lot of these people did tonight for Saturday night's live, definitely I would recommend doing so. All that information is in the description box below. You can even do it after the fact, even when I'm not going live. I'll get people randomly, they'll like cash out me or whatever, and I will put their name automatically in the pre-booking list, and I will make sure that I get them in their place in line and all that great stuff. So if you guys are thinking about getting a reading, definitely lock in your space while you can. But in the meantime, I hope that everyone is staying sane out there. I would honestly recommend really manifesting with this full moon. It is, you know, a daunting one, but it is a great one. And there's a lot of things that you can do to help yourselves. So for example, I'm doing a little altar. This is my spread. So little crystal action, little candle action, little tarot card spread, all that good stuff. All right, so I hope that was a good live for you guys. I hope that resonated. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And if you want to stay updated on when I go live, follow me on Instagram at Samantha James or at Samantha James Tarot if you guys want like daily pick cards. But in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy. Good night, everyone. And I will see you guys in my next reading.
Cheesecake time.